You're listening to Hayes Radio Network, Cannabis Lifestyle Radio.
What it do? Man, I don't think y'all ready for this.
Do you know the facts about BettyKrokerBakes?
Okay, this beat is stomping though.
Do you know the facts?
I hope y'all smoking on something right now though. If you ain't, run and get what you got. Cause if your eyes ain't low like mine is, then you ain't doing it all right, man. You know, I want you to get like me. You know. Pump the beat back. Hey. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, BettyKrokerBakes, and today, you are listening to the Betty K Show, where we get it poppin', get it lit, and we real. It's about taking off the mask and being yourself. I hope you're ready. Let's go. What it do? Oh my goodness, y'all. We are in for a big treat today. We got my homie, my friend, one of the top influencers of the world, man. He get higher than the highest. We got Layne,
Hello.
co-founder
What's up?
of TopTree. How you doing today?
Thank you for having me on. It does sound weird hearing yourself a little bit.
It does sound weird,
when you're high, especially.
when you're high.
You're like, oh.
So, how you doing today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Of course. It's been great getting to know you, and I'm happy to, talk to you on the show. I'm honored to be on it with you. Thank you.
And I'm honored to just be sitting here talking to you. This is like a dream come true, man. I've been watching you for years, getting motivated, man. So just thank you for being yourself.
Oh, no problem. I'm trying. I've only been doing content for a couple years for myself, but I, over the last 6-7 years, I've been doing it for clients, and I started the TopTree page about 6.5 years ago. So doing it for smoke is about 2 years max. I've been doing it, and mainly over quarantine, I got more motivated to make content.
Right.
So from there, I'm just trying to, keep it up and be more consistent now, and stay as high as possible. In the meantime,
I've always wanted to ask you this, where the hell do you get your ideas from? Because I kind of like your content. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little bit better, more well put together. But my mind is so crazy, and I for me, when I make a video, I'll be walking down the street, and it'll just boop, it'll come to me, and I'll start cracking up laughing. Now, when I laugh, that's when I know it's gonna be a great video.
Right?
How do you get your ideas?
I agree with you. When I'm laughing about something, you just know. If you're not forcing an idea, a lot of times it feels forced when you're using an existing trend, one of those TikTok trends. I have a hard time making those funny for whatever,
Ooh.
But the majority of the time I'm just watching TV, or I see something in the news and I'm like, oh, I could just, Biden fell down the steps going up Air Force One, and I'm like, that would be funny if he hit a blunt and couldn't go up the stairs, So just really, it's all about taking something that's relevant or relatable to stoners, and the majority of the shows that I edit or do content in are things that stoners just watch on TV, for the most part. So that's kind of the basis, and then I start figuring out more detailed stuff from there. But I have editors that I'm lucky to have, and and my editors really help translate some of these ideas into actual content. So
And that's ought to be great for you, because I'm learning everything, the editing, and it could be just hectic. What made you decide to get editors? Was it you wanted to step it up to a bigger?
Yeah, I just was like, it was an investment in myself, and it was, but since I do have a marketing agency where I'm able to do it for clients, I'm able to kind of leverage that to get some content done for myself. So a lot of my editors do, videos for all the different brands, and they hook me up here and there with videos and exchange, every so often. So it's a balance, because clients come first, but I still sneak in a few of my videos where I can, So that's kind of the process I'm using right now. But I think having an editor is key, even if it's a friend of yours and it's someone you're just trading weed with in the beginning or doing whatever you could do. And it does take a lot of the stress off of you and allows you to just have a higher volume of content when you're not worried about editing.
All right. Now, I know that you're from Texas, right?
Correct. Houston, Texas. Yeah.
What made you move from Texas to California?
So I moved from Houston to Austin, and I went to school in Austin for a little bit, and I worked in music. And some of the artists that I worked with, I was booking for college, like fraternities back then. And
Beer fest time, huh?
Yeah, like I never drank, a whole lot. I always was a stoner, but I would book like Waka Flocka or Macklemore or these different artists for fraternities in like 2010. And they some like Macklemore didn't have a hit record when I first booked him, so when he blew up, he moved me out to Seattle to be his assistant. So I did his social media, and I was his assistant for about 4 years.
Wow.
And while living in Seattle, I learned about weed, the weed industry, basically, because in Texas it's heavily suppressed. So when you move to a place where it's legal, and it was recreationally legal in Seattle before it was in California, I got to see firsthand kind of how awesome the weed industry could be. And that's what kind of got me into it, was moving to Seattle. And then from Seattle, I just had to move to LA because I started working in weed, and this is where everything is taking.
It's more like fast paced too.
Yeah. And that's, it just makes more sense. If you're doing marketing for weed brands, you got to pretty much be in LA or San Francisco or, one of the major markets like that.
And I noticed that because my little self is from Bakersfield, California, and it's hard down there.
Right.
So I know that if I was to move like here, I would probably blow up like even more. But it makes me appreciate the types of weed and the medication. It's like we get what we get down there based off of here. They do studies on it, the percentages and things like that. But the prices,
are crazy here.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I get a $25 eighth, okay, or $40 is that kill. Like, what is it like down here for pricing?
If you're going to a rec shop, you don't even, it's like $60, $70 sometimes, after tax. So,
and it's my medicine, and I do
Same.
a little bit of cultivating. For the simple fact is down there, like, they don't test it, so I tend to like smoke. Some strains give me like anxiety or make me sick. So, it is good to grow your own, Well, another thing that I like realized about you is I looked up, and we have a lot in common. We don't get a little serious right now. I don't know if you mind if I'm like digging a little too deep.
No, please.
This is, I call the show, it's the Betty K show, but it's called Taking Off the Mask. And the reason that I call it that, a lot of influencers, their page has to match a certain look. So you can't really dig deep because you don't want to mess up what I'm trying to say, the aesthetics
100%
of it. If you don't mind telling, I want to know from your words, why did you guys start your company, TopTree? What was the reason, if you don't mind?
Oh, no, of course.
Sharing that. It's the reason I'm asking.
So my older brother and I started TopTree when I was living in Seattle, and we're about 14 years apart. We had a middle brother. Our middle brother's name was Brandon, and Jonathan my oldest brother, he worked in the dental industry. So he owned dental practices and was completely, we always smoked weed together when I got a little older, but there was such a weird age gap that we never related to each other on anything except for weed. So when our middle brother, unfortunately, he got cancer, and my brother and I had to both quit. I was working at Macklemore, and he was doing dental, but we both had to take time off and work together, and we would smoke weed all day together. We would give our middle brother cannabis to help deal with all the treatment he was going through, and, he unfortunately passed away, and basically my oldest brother and I completely changed our life path and just, did things that we just wanted to live life on our own terms. Right. And, cannabis is so important to us. It was important to our brothers. So it kind of completely made my brother and I wake up and stop, working for other people and start doing things for ourselves. And that's when we created this agency. And there's a lot of other things that led into that, but we just wanted to work in the cannabis industry, and there was many iterations of our company. We weren't sure what we wanted to do. We thought we wanted to be a brand at first, and ultimately we just figured out what our niche is, and now we're expanding into new stuff over time, but that's kind of the backstory. And now we're about 15 employees, and we work with Mary Jane and some of the coolest media companies, and basically it's been an interesting ride over the last 6 years for sure, So, but our whole staff kind of is a family, and you got to kind of meet a lot of our staff at 420. So
Yes.
It was fun to do that.
That was a fun event.
Yeah, definitely.
The reason why, when I read that, it really, it tore me up. It set me back, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know we had this in common. The reason why I'm still going so hard is, and I don't mean to cry.
Oh no,
I'm gonna cry. I'm a real one though. But this is so dear to me. Why I'm even sitting here. My dad passed away of cancer about 7 years ago.
Yeah, about the same time.
And
Ugh.
it was the same day he told me he had cancer. I was going to tell him that I was pregnant with my daughter. So it he knocked on the door, and it set me so back.
Yeah.
And they knew I smoked, but I'm a pastor's daughter. So things were really crazy growing up. Oh, they called it, I don't know if I can say this online. If I can, y'all can edit this out. They called it dope back in the day. Oh, you smoking that thing, blah, blah. But this became my medication.
Right.
So I needed it based on how, little mental things that I go through and anxieties that I go through. This helps me be a better me.
Yes.
So, my daddy went through the treatments, and he lost weight, and then it went away, and it came back, and it went away, and it came back. It was very freaking draining on me.
Yeah, he went through the same thing, and it went away for 2 years, and then it just was this horrible thing that was like a rain cloud, and you just it's pure torment and torture the entire process. It's not just about losing someone, but you're literally mind fucked the entire way, through. So it's yes, but you come out like a completely different person after, and it's I'm sorry that happened, but it's it's holy shit, I could be dead if that didn't. It completely changed who I was. I was way more reckless. I was way more, less empathetic to other people. It really kind of made me a better person, as horrible, as fucked up as it was.
Yes,
so it's
I understand.
Yeah, it's a very weird perspective to have sometimes on everything. But weed, if I didn't have weed, I would be on Xanax, or I would be on different drugs, So I definitely believe that weed 1,000,000% got me through the situation, So, but it's not something that goes away. You deal with it every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day you just.
That's why we smoke every day.
Yeah.
You take it one day at a time. But to make a long story short, with my father, that final conversation.
Yeah.
And I was like, please don't let this be the final. And he's like, daughter, come sit down and let me see your YouTube channel. And I showed him, and he's like, daughter, I already knew about your channel. I already been watching. I've been your #1 fan. And I'm telling you, he said, go in that drawer right there, and it's some chocolate in the back. I'll go in the drawer, and it was, what is it, Chiba Chew or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? He had all of the chocolates and the CBD, and it was just a beautiful thing to connect with my father, and he was just like, I'm proud of you, and I've been watching your channel for a minute, and you could be like Oprah. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You just got to get it together, and when you fall, you get back up and you run and you sprint. Right. And he said, I'm so sorry that I was hard on you about this. It's a medication. I want you to take this as far as you can. Do not give up. Be real and tell your story, but be real.
Yeah.
And I'm doing that, and it's even just sitting here with you, it's like I said, it's a dream come true, because manifestation is real.
Oh, 100%. And no, it's awesome to work with people that have, it's a very young industry, and, we're going to we're gonna be sitting here 20 years from now,
Right.
looking at this shit. You know, it's
like,
gonna be crazy.
Bro, look at us. You know, I still look like Beyonce. Look.
It will be crazy. So
Right. On another note, we're gonna go talk about some uplifting things.
okay,
Another thing that I noticed about you is the gift of laughter and comedy. That's what makes me go hard too. I love that you use your pain to spread laughter.
yeah, it's the best way to connect with stoners. 100%. Like you either can, and also like Instagram is a very difficult place to talk about weed. So the only ways that you can effectively do it are through education or humor. You know, so and I'm not very good at I don't, and also like there's so many people that just take themselves way too seriously on Instagram and and you know, I take it very seriously, but I don't care how I look to other people, and you know, so it allows you to kind of
have more freedom.
Correct. Yeah. So, and I'm not applying for a job anywhere. I'm not, you know, this is what I'm doing, you know? So it's just, it's, some people are restricted by certain things and can't be as creatively free as they want because of where they work or whatever. But luckily I can have pretty much freedom, you know, to do whatever. So it's good and bad, but, in some people's perspective, but it's weird. Like people I grew up with are like, oh, what? Like, I can't believe you're making weed meat. And growing up in Texas,
what do you do for a living?
Yeah,
I can pay to smoke weed. I need to drink some water. Y'all know about you, but I've been smoking good. What are you smoking on? Speaking of that, we're gonna take a water chug break. And I don't know what you drink, but I like to drink Fiji. I had so much fun at the 420 event for Mary Jane. And you were just running around everywhere, and I'm like, where is he going? Like, you was just good. Like, we deal with like a lot of like celebrities and YouTubers, and you don't have to say no name, but I want to know, smoking with different celebrities and people, like, I don't want to say who's the best one you've smoked with, but the most memorable. Like what? Can you tell us the story?
Yeah, like Devin the Dude is my favorite. Yeah, he's awesome. I've smoked with him a lot, and being from Texas, and he like the first time I ever took a dab was with him, and I didn't even know what a dab was. I thought he was doing. Tight. I thought like literally they were doing like hardcore drugs. Like I was like, what's going on? And I just remember that experience, and it definitely like brought me to a different level of smoking, because he was the most progressive Tex. He's the best.
When I was at the Mary Jane event, I saw the YouTubers Denzel and Ricky, and I've been watching them like for years, and I like looked up and I was like grabbing Carrie like, oh. And mind y'all, I got the second vaccination, so I was like feeling a little off, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, my mama always said, if you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready. And I wasn't ready that day.
Oh,
the makeup wasn't right. The eyelashes weren't on, but I said, you know,
nobody cares about it.
But you know, I was like, dang, that's the first thing I thought about was my mama. Like, damn it, but I'm going over here, and it was just crazy to see 2 in 1. You know, and then I saw you, and I'm like, this is just a blessing. Like, did you have a good time?
Oh no, it was great. We're doing another event on 7/10, which you should totally come to, and everyone should come.
Oh, we'll be at the Las Vegas Cannabis Awards.
That one. Yeah,
I'm a little sad about that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But we're doing a monthly event now, so like we're just trying to stay up with as many different, you know, like themed events as possible on a monthly basis. But 420 was kind of our kickoff for new events. It was pretty fun. But yeah.
So monthly events. So I'm gonna be down here every month, you know. Yep. Pop, dropping, locking it, you know. Do you know how to dance?
Not at all.
I know it.
Yeah.
So you don't hit a little two-step?
I bet you do.
No rhythm.
Have you been to the club?
Yeah, I've been, definitely.
What you do when you go to the club? I'm just curious. What?
No gigs?
It's been, I mean, like, it's been a while. I haven't gone to the problem is I just don't feel socially comfortable unless I'm smoking weed, typically, like in a large setting of people. Not that I can't, like, go to a concert and have fun or do something, but if I'm smoking, that's why I like LA, because it's like you could go anywhere and smoke weed.
Right.
So now but everything in LA for the most part are we haven't had events in the last year and a half, but
it's been dry.
Yeah, I'm looking
They're back
forward
now.
to it.
We back.
Yeah, so, but I don't know. I'm not too much of a club person. More of a concert person.
More of a concert.
Yeah.
I like Broadway.
Yeah, that's fun.
Ooh, turn
that's
up.
good.
So I'm interested to know, like, how were you in high school? Were you in band, choir, anything?
I ran track.
Okay. I know you ain't faster than me though.
Oh, I was pretty fast.
Okay, then we gonna have to have a
Yeah,
runoff
great.
after this in the
Okay.
street.
I was a long
Old
distance
school.
runner.
Ah, God, you got me.
Yeah,
So
so-
you probably could play soccer.
I did play soccer.
See,
a
I
little
knew
bit,
it. Oh my goodness.
But I did smoke weed a little bit, but I was like really obsessed with like being an athlete. So I was like, oh man, I can't like affect my lungs before. But then I just by my senior year, I just was like smoking a blunt
Fuck
like
it.
an hour before, like
Pre-workout.
Yeah, it was like
It's still my pre-workout.
yeah. So
Right.
that's
Makes you
kind of
focus.
that was pretty much what I did in high school. I actually didn't even graduate high school. By my senior year I stopped like going to school. I was a bad high school kid.
See, but look at you now.
Ooh,
so,
little badass.
Anybody
Yeah.
listening?
Yeah,
You ain't
I
gotta
just-
go to school to be great. Just saying.
But
Just
yeah, I just would sleep in my car instead of go to class. I remember, but yeah, it was.
I went through a part of ditching too.
Yeah,
It got so bad that one time my homegirl tried to call in for me and she was like, hey, they asked me for a code. I was like, ooh, I am in trouble.
Oh, man.
I go home, my daddy come like, what is this? With a printout. Look at all this. Look
Right.
at all this. So I guess the lady at the office was like, that don't sound like Betty mom.
Yeah.
So she called my mom. She was like, what? She's supposed to be in school. Oh man. It was sad. It was so sad, but I
that was
ended
pretty
up-
good though. That's good.
Right.
Maneuvering.
I had a homegirl, and she was from the church of the Lord.
They probably gave some respect to you a little bit. They were
Right.
like- yeah. They were
But
like,
I was like deep in band. I played the flute since like third grade.
That's awesome.
And I was like in chamber choir and all of that. I love the arts. I just like to be busy. I also was in the drum line. I played the mallet, so I was busy. So I guess like ditching was like bad girl me.
yeah.
But the thing was, all of us church kids, I'm telling it all. All of us church kids would ditch together. So it was like a crazy thing.
I knew it.
So has there ever been a time that you just got like too high? Like too out of your mind?
At least like once a year, this will happen to me. Like, yeah.
I want to know. I like to dig.
But
dig
it's not how much I smoke. It's about did I drink enough water? Did I eat enough food? Like,
It's really important.
yeah, those are the it's not the weed. It's the other things.
Your
that you're-
physical state or your mental state?
Yeah, I mean, your mental state could be, it could be good or bad. Weed will help, but like if you're not physically if you're smoking a lot of weed and you're not staying hydrated or eating enough food to keep your blood pressure high enough.
See, that's my thing. It's really important to take care of yourself, and that's always like a ding, ding, ding. Like when I started smoking and things start going crazy, I get anxiety a lot. I can't smoke, and I know, damn, I need to get myself. I need to eat some fruit and some salad, and I need to get
You're
my
back.
mental health
Yeah.
together, because that takes a big part of you eating right. If your mind ain't right, you can't eat as good.
Correct.
And function as good as you're supposed to.
Yeah, so I try to eat healthy. I don't know. I've been trying different. LA is so ridiculous with health food. So
there's
I'm
so
like,
much
going
I'm
on.
learning different, ways to eat or supplements or like apple cider vinegar or ginger,
Ooh.
all that shit. But I don't know. But for the most part, you just should eat clean, I guess. I don't know. That helps a little bit. Mental health is nutrition based, a lot of people say, or somewhat. So, it plays a big part with weed, I think.
Right.
Totally.
So, what can we expect from you in the future? Can you fill us in? Or is there anything you're thinking?
I have a weed brand coming out soon, which will be cool.
That's
Flower?
exciting.
Flower and pre-rolls, and then we'll eventually do edibles. I'm
Indoor,
sure.
sun-grown?
Indoor.
Ooh, okay.
So
Okay,
it'll be
check
good.
you
Top
out.
shelf? Let us know.
Yeah, it'll be good.
And you know I'm about to
Samples?
review that.
Oh yeah, I definitely.
I'm gonna let y'all know. What's up.
Yeah, so that will be fun, and then I'm trying to create more long form content, because memes are fun, but they're repetitive. So trying to think of more, deeper concepts. A little bit. Yeah.
So you can be more creative longer.
Correct. Yeah. Or, just like create more episodic stuff, develop a podcast. These are all things I need to do still. So
I can't wait. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
That's going to be great. What about you? Let me ask you this. And I know I hate when people ask me this question, but I'm curious. What's your favorite strain? What's your to-go-to right now? I know we are all
I like,
it's good.
Yeah.
For OG, I like Jet Fuel is my favorite. For, I don't know, exotics, Fidel or LaFave Farm. I like growers more than strains. So if I find the right grower, I can smoke any of their strains, So it really comes down to how clean the weed's grown. But I love biscotti and cakey.
I love biscotti.
Stuff like London Pound Cake and stuff
I love
like that.
biscotti.
Can't go wrong.
So that kind of, taste profile I like for the most part.
See, me, I like cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Like blue cookies, anything cookie. I don't know why. I like indica. I like more of the heavy.
Because cookies are always bomb. If it's real
heavy
cookies.
strain.
Yeah.
I have to have the heavy strain.
Jet Fuel is very heavy.
And you keep saying jet fuel, and it's crazy because the hood shop that I go to, when I was like, I want to bring him a hood A. I, want him to try to see, what I gotta go through. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. And they was like, get him this jet fuel.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, man, nah, you probably ain't fucking with that. And
No,
then
I
you're
love
on here saying you like jet fuel.
Yeah. So
Wow.
no, it's
Wah, wah, wah,
we
go to the corner.
they knew what I wanted, but yeah, it's okay.
So are you feeling medicated right now? Because I see
Oh, yeah.
all of our eyes. We should have took a before and after. Next time you come, we have to take a before and after. What are you thinking? Of your next video? Any secrets for us about Instagram and views? Is there any certain time or anything about not even hashtags, like profile pictures, like just any gems you would like to bless us with?
I usually tend to post in the morning if I can, like early in the morning, like 6 a.m. Pacific Standard is like kind of a good time because you want to catch people.
Right.
Other people like to post in the afternoon. It kind of gives you that data in the back of your account when to post, but for the most part, I just like posting early in the morning. Fridays are always the worst day of the week for me for whatever reason, and Saturday afternoon. But then it seems to pick back up again, like going into Sunday and weekdays.
Right.
So, Friday or Saturday, I try to stay away from posting on the feed because less people are actively on their phones. And then for getting more views, it really comes down to, just getting as many shares as possible, and people sharing your content as much as possible. So giving calls to action in your caption, like tag someone that is this, if you're making a video about someone that doesn't know how to pass a blunt, tag someone that doesn't know how to pass a blunt, or, these sort of things,
works.
And that gives people like a reason to engage because for the most part, people don't have a reason. Like if you see a product or something on Instagram, you may look at it, you may screenshot it, but you don't engage with the post necessarily. So you want to give people always a reason to leave a comment, something thought-provoking in some fashion. But just creating original, consistent content is literally the only thing,
Right.
Yeah, there's like, that's just about, there's no like magic Instagram potion,
Right. If they want to watch it, they're going to. I noticed that. If they're going to watch it, they're going to watch it. If they're not going to watch it, they're not going to watch it. And that's why you got to go with a bang. Like the first couple seconds got to be like, pow.
Yeah, 100%. Short
slow.
form content. People like videos 15 seconds and under, or static images. People don't want to on Instagram. But other platforms like YouTube, people want to watch longer, so
Right.
you just have to make content that's for the medium that you're putting it out on, so TikTok, if you want to grow quickly, is kind of the best one to just Like, I had one video grew me 30,000 followers in one video, on TikTok.
See, TikTok don't like me. Like I'm gonna have to go like study you and see how you sneak.
But I only had
there.
all my videos get deleted.
Mine's too, and they ban me. And I'm like, I didn't even post for like a month, and I go on there, and it's like, you're being banned for to this, and I'm like, what? I'm not even on here. Like, this is
so
like,
you kind of have to like figure out. The owner of Raw, Josh, he has 1 million followers on TikTok,
right.
And
I follow him.
He does really interesting things. Like, he'll have a rolling tray with cashews instead of weed, or he'll refer to weed in a very like vague way, so it gets under the TikTok. But,
yes, the eyes, the watchful eyes.
But it's better sometimes just to make content that doesn't even have weed in it. Not everything has to have weed 100% in it. You could still it's better just to make content that will go viral sometimes and not worry about it.
Yes, see, and that's why I stopped posting on there, because I said, let me stop.
Yeah.
Let me take a break. Let me rethink everything.
Right.
I noticed that it's best when they create like a character.
Yeah.
And you go with that character for every song, every situation. You're like, because they got that dude that be doing a roach character. I don't know if you've seen him on there. Like, he always have like a roach like in the background, like somewhere, like in the mama, like, I don't think I could say this on there, but kills a roach, Yeah. But it's like he grows because it's a character. So I've noticed that. So I've been thinking of like creating a character.
100%. My friend created an account called Shark Puppet, and it's just like him with a hand puppet, and it's like, it literally doesn't even talk. Like, it just stupid shit. Like, it's ridiculous. So
what's the handle?
The Shark Puppet or Shark Puppet, and
definitely gonna.
You can literally do anything. There's Lil Mayo, who is like this alien that is very popular.
Lil Mayo.
He makes millions of dollars on his clothing. It's ridiculous. And then you have Lil Michaela, who is a digital girl. It's not even a real person.
Wow.
So it's like very, you can. People are creating fake characters out of dolls, so you can create a fake character in,
Sock girl.
Yeah, whatever you want, like, you could create. It's just being consistent and funny,
See, that's the thing.
And weird.
Consistent.
Yeah.
And so how do you do it? Talking about consistent, because I know you're on. Are you on Twitter too?
Not really. Like, I do tweet, but I kind of just recycle a lot of the same content from Instagram. I think Twitter overall is like an angry platform.
That's why I'm scared to go on there, because it's not nice.
I just don't care to like. The overall community is a little more intense on there, so it's like my videos end up getting shared on there, from Instagram. But I think YouTube, TikTok's pretty gnarly.
More of a
too.
roasting site.
Yeah, I mean, Twitter is literally like, let's give our opinion and be completely contrary to whatever.
Right,
It's like, so
you guys are mean.
it's just kind of pointless to me a little bit, Twitter. But I do enjoy keeping up with Twitter. The meme was actually created from Twitter. So it's like, it's where memes were birthed. So you still have to like show respect to Twitter.
Right.
But yeah.
So I don't know about you, but like, I have like a smoking routine. Like, I only allow myself literally like 3 blunts a day, just for creativity wise. Sometimes I get too high, and then I don't, like, my videos don't come out how I want them. Sometimes I end up doing a good 5, but I try to like stick to 3, kind of like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because sometimes I get stuck and I can't. I'm like, man, I done wasted a whole day. The video didn't come out the way I want to. Have you ever had that situation?
I've completely wasted like so much time. Like, it's crazy. Like, I've shot like over 30 videos that I won't ever use. That just are just me. They're not funny. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is terrible. Like,
that's
like,
my problem. I'm putting them up anyway, and then I'm like, why did
but the problem, I'm very like, I don't think a lot of the things I post are funny. Like, I have to like make it acceptable to me. Like, I don't know. It's very, so I try to keep it a pretty high standard on the videos, but sometimes I probably should have posted more, but I you can hold yourself back sometimes being a perfectionist, I found.
Yes.
Facts.
Yeah, but it's better just to kind of like at least have a minimum that you stick to. So I know for a fact I'm gonna have 2 posts a week on my page, no matter what. Like, if I don't have 2 posts that week, I'm really fucking up. Yeah, so I at least hold myself to that.
I got a lot of work to do when I get home.
Yeah, so it's like you just have to create these like reasonable standards with yourself where it's like you have to do this, and if the post doesn't hit, the post doesn't hit. You just need to stay relevant on Instagram and keep your page going the right direction. So, but
like with a picture or something.
Yeah, but I've, and after shooting so much content, I'm able to like, the majority of the shit is just me passing someone a blunt. So
you're the king of that. Man, the ideas be like just so great.
So I can just take old footage now and like reuse it, and so after a while of shooting, you can create a bank of content that you can pull from,
and you make it look so real. Especially the Shark Tank one.
The Shark Tank one was a good one.
Oh my goodness, so
inspired
funny.
by Shark Puppet?
Oh no, just I presented weed as a product on Shark Tank in a video, and
that's funny.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Rolling. Yeah. Which videos of yours is like? Name your top like 3 videos.
That one has gone the most viral. It got like 10 million views on TikTok, which was absurd. And
that's great.
Yeah, and then but then I've had other videos like. I just did a Breaking Bad video the other day that I like. Some of the videos that I like most, I have the least engagement, But
why is it like that?
Just because, like you have to understand the majority of people on Instagram don't have a good sense of humor, unfortunately. So it's like you just have to like create content that is a little broader sometimes.
Or that your audience want.
And then you have the super fans that really get what you're saying. And
yeah,
then,
they be sharing it
yeah.
and going in. Like, you can depend on them. Like,
right.
Man, I'm having a bad day.
Like, no matter what I post, they're fucking with it.
Like my homegirl there, Jordan, I could depend on her to encourage me.
Right. So, but no, I'm not saying people on Instagram aren't funny, but it's just you have to make content that is a little bit more broad and not so.
Yes. I have the same problem. I put my all into this. I'm like, oh, this is about to hit, and then womp womp.
Yeah.
I'm like, I even was like 4 different.
There's one you made the other day where you're. Yeah, it was a good one. I'll have to talk to you about it later. Yeah, it was a good one.
Look, I don't know what it is about your comment, but it's like, you was like the first comment too.
Oh, yeah. You know which one.
And after that video went, it's like semi-viral.
Oh, yeah. You just have to.
I was like, did you do the spec? I'm going to need you to comment on all my videos.
No, that's good. It's a good thing to do. Like, another tip is like people that have a similar following to you, you should create engagement groups. And say, hey, like, you don't have to keep up with this shit every day, but at least a few times a week, comment.
Right.
Do something, engage with each other's pages, so you're able to create that momentum on each other's pages, because everyone wants to be like independent on, but it's better if you're all helping each other share each other's content.
Sorry, y'all, I got cotton mouth, that stuff. But look, I was in some engagement groups.
Mm-hmm. There are too much.
I just could not do it. Shout out to y'all. I love all of y'all. And
you should create a couple, where it's like, hey, this is very low key engagement group.
See, but I heard that you get in trouble for those.
No.
Okay.
I don't.
I'll probably start one though, but it was like drama. People would like just want you to comment on their stuff, but then they don't comment on your stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, it was just like
a lot
crazy, and then people be fighting in there. I'm like, I'm here for the tea, but it was like it literally. And I'm being really honest here. So if y'all listening, you can get upset, but other people need to hear this because they probably been through this too. It gave me severe anxiety. Like, when the message would pop up, I would get like so stressed out.
Yeah.
It was a lot, and I
then
tried.
You just have to completely deaden that part of your brain.
Right.
That's what
I couldn't do it though.
Yeah, you have to like completely just cut that part of your brain.
Too
out.
much drama,
like,
and I'm over the drama. Like, I'm at an age now, I just want to promote like positivity,
right,
and realness, and laugh, and joy, and peace.
Only
I want to be that page, just like yours and hers, where they come for that break from the world
Yeah, I had
So
enough
that-
of the bullshit.
Right. So in the world already, like I always tell people, the world's already going through enough.
Right.
I don't want to add to it. I don't want to be that loud girl that's cussing everybody. I'm done. I don't want to. I'm tired.
Yeah.
It's about leveling up.
Yeah, there's no point, like, you can have, you could have people that you don't like to work with. There's a lot of people I don't like to work with, but you don't have, you don't necessarily have to make that, like, I don't think about those people on a day-to-day basis because I'm doing as much as I can do to further what I'm working on, so it's like if people just focused on self-improvement,
Yes. It's all about self-improvement.
Yeah, that's about it.
Growth.
Yeah.
That's what, we're there for. It's for people to like see us at our worst and then at our best for encouragement.
Mm-hmm.
You
Definitely.
know? And even like I said, just sitting here is just a good thing. And I'm just like so overwhelmed. I'm so grateful that you came on today.
Oh, of course.
Just to chop it up. And, we went from all to, ooh, we high.
Yeah.
Licking.
Introspective now.
We chilling,
Real life.
We got my homegirl over here. Thank you for coming on as well.
Thank you.
I think I have a couple more questions, and then that's it. Then we can go and get more litter.
Oh, perfect.
Yeet.
Yeah, I got one. I just smoked my second blunt, so.
You smoked your second blunt.
We did.
Yeah.
we all smoked. I gotta get some more water, man. Don't throw a little dry in here. Mm-hmm. Little raspy Betty. Now, what is like your go-to movie?
I like Gladiator.
Oh my goodness,
That's a good one.
that movie, I could
Or,
watch that movie
Heat.
over and over.
I don't know if you've seen Heat.
I don't know about Heat. Have you
Heat's
seen
like
Heat?
the best movie. of all-
I'm gonna have to look
yeah.
it up. I'm gonna have to watch that today.
It's like got Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and it's like an amazing action movie. But I like all movies. I love movies. I watch like I'm on it. Like a movie comes out, I'm watching it. For the most part. So I've seen a lot of movies. I like staying at home, smoking weed, and watching
Right,
movies.
that-
That's kind
you
of
know,
my favorite.
So you don't like to be like around a gang of people?
Yeah, I mean, no, not really. I'm introverted for the most part, but I do like going to events and like meeting people and getting to see people that I communicate with online in person.
Right.
That's always fun, but like after probably 3 to 4 hours, I'm ready to go back to the house. But yeah.
Why is it like that too? Because I'm like that. Like it's like when I go to an event, like I myself, I like to be around people, but then I don't like to be around people. It's like hard to like. I know you probably get it. Like it's cool, but it's like after a while, it's like I just want to go home and smoke some weed.
Yeah.
And lay out and
They
watch
say
my
like
crime movie.
introverted people like start with a certain amount of battery percentage, and extroverted people start at 0, and they need other people to gain momentum throughout the day, whereas introverted people, the more you meet, the more you drain your so it's kind of
Right.
if you're looking at it like a phone battery, it's like you need other people to charge when you're extroverted. So it just depends on your personality type. And most smokers though I feel like are introverted for the most part, but
Right.
I've seen both for sure.
Because like a lot of people that I've met, they all say the same thing. Like, oh, I just like to be, by myself and just smoke weed and just like chill. But I like to be online and talk to people who fuck with me.
Right.
That's how I am, But I get real nervous, anxious. I get like weird. Like when I get so high, I get quiet, like on mute. And it's not like there's nothing wrong with me. Like, no, but bitch, I'm high. Shit.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong
You
with
just
me.
have to
I'm like,
realize you're high,
I'm just chilling. Like, ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't got an attitude. I'm just a bitch fucked up, My eyes is low. I'm medicated.
Right.
That's what yours is supposed to be too. So something wrong with you. I'm just playing. That was almost a wrap. But I guess we're gonna end this interview with a thank you.
Oh no, thank you.
And just thank you so much for like coming on here for
Of
my
course.
actual like first everything.
I'm
we're not supposed
pumped.
to really say that. You have to
We'll
cut
take
it
a
out.
couple clips from this and make some memes. It will be fun.
It'll be fun. Really fun. Hey, it'll be super fun. Well, you guys,
Thank you, Betty, for having me too.
fucked up. I'm so fucked up.
Thank you both.
Yes. Well, you guys know where you guys could find me. Your girl, BettyKrokerBakes, at Betty BettyKrokerBakes, and let them know your IG. Where can we find you?
Smoke on
Where you at?
Instagram. You can follow TopTree. That's our company page, and then we also do Mary Jane, and Herb is another one of our pages that we work with. So give those a follow, and you can kind of see. You'll be definitely entertained for sure. So
For sure. Get your popcorn ready.
Yeah,
Just at Smoke.
just smoke.
So official.
Yeah.
Official and with a blue check.
And at Jordan Jade, JOURDAN, Jade, JAD, Jordan.
Bougie.
Nah, it's
With a
just
twist.
Jordan Jade, but if you're feeling fancy, go ahead.
She fancy. Anyways,
Exotics.
till next time though. And I'm out.
Do you know the facts about Betty Crocker? Do you know the facts about Betty Crocker?
Betty Crocker. Betty Crocker. Betty Crocker. Betty Crocker.
I go on and on.
Betty Crocker.
I go on and on.
Betty Crocker.
I go on and on.
Betty Crocker.
I go on and on. I go on and on.
Betty Crocker.
On and on.
Betty Crocker. Betty Crocker. That's the fact.
On and on.
That's the fact.
You're listening to Hayes Radio Network, Cannabis Lifestyle Radio.